Hello guys, this is Dane. Welcome back to the channel. Filipino Nurse Retire Song, please comment and subscribe to the channel, and thank you for all your participation in making this channel grow, and it's growing really well, and I'm enjoying your comments. Now, we'll be talking about the expression, common expression, how to live like a Filipino, or live like a Filipino, okay? You often would hear that in response to people or foreigners complaining about things, because you can understand living in the Philippines is so damn hard sometimes and very full of disorder. So sometimes Americans or whatever, wherever they come from, they would complain about it, and the main response of the Filipinos is this: live like a Filipino. I think that's wrong. It should be think like a Filipino, okay? In that way, your acculturation and your adjustment is easier in the Philippines, You will understand more what the culture is. You understand also that there's uncommon things that they say that really connotes differently, So Filipinos in general are well known for their hospitality, gentleness, happy people. Generally happy people. Nothing bothers us. Basically, we have a lot of problem there, but we're so resilient about difficulties, and we learn how to laugh on everything. Now, if you say live like a Filipino, it doesn't mean actually what they mean, that you're going to go down to the level of being really a poor Filipino. It doesn't mean that you have to eat with your hands, okay? That you have to eat rice. That does not mean like that. So it means actually just, think like a Filipino, actually is the right word for it. Now, one thing I would suggest is learn how to smile and laugh at jokes. Don't be afraid to laugh loud, that's acceptable. Do not get offended immediately, because sometimes the Westerners tend to be very touchy and to be politically correct, to be acceptable in the society. Actually, Filipinos are known for their vulgarity, and I already talked to you about the vulgarity of Filipinos, and I have one video about that. It's kind of funny. Now, another one is when you meet somebody for the first time, handshake is fine, Do not be hugging ladies, especially the ones from the barrio, from the rural area, because they're not used to that hugging. They might think like you are coming on to them, But the ones in Manila, they're so sophisticated ladies there, so they hug. That's okay. So you understand that right now, right? And then everybody who has white skin are called Joe, Even if they're Australian, German, who does not even understand why they're called Joe, they are being called Joe, They get really offended about that because they do not understand that it came from G.I. Joe from World War II. So that's American influence type, And sometimes Filipinos do not know that not all white people are Americans. Sometimes they generalize all the white people as American. Even my brother-in-law who lives in Samal, they would say, that American who lives somewhere there, he is so and so and so on. But he is really a Swiss. They generalize everyone who are whites as American. You cannot blame that. We were under Americans for 50 years. So anyway, people sometimes will start crowding around you. So do not be alarmed about that, okay? So they just are curious about you, and they want to strike conversation actually. And the children sometimes, they would try their best to converse with you with their limited English. Now, you would hear something like this: oh, he's having nosebleed. Gosh, do not get your first aid kit, okay? Because it doesn't mean that way. Nosebleed are the ones who cannot express themselves and cannot speak English very well. that is a very, very common thing that they say now. In fact, I was not very familiar with that. That just probably within 20 years period that saying got started. But otherwise, nosebleed is actually difficult to express themselves, and they will start laughing, you know. Actually, they're not laughing at you. They're laughing about the situation, you know. So Filipinos loves to laugh about every little thing. Now, another one is they address everybody ma'am and sir. They would address you everywhere you go, from the government offices to the malls to the church and to the palenque where the fish market is. Everyone address anybody ma'am and sir. So the way you respond to that, just say, how are you ma'am and how are you sir, and you're gonna see smile on their face, you know, just a smile. You know, they're very, very happy about that because it's really a sign of respect. So that's what it meant. Now, they're so curious about you sometimes that sometimes it can get so private sometimes with their questions, and they can be a little nosy about everything. So meaning they will ask you questions sometimes that are so private that you do not want to just tell anybody, like, what kind of work do you do, sir? Oh my God, you're from United States. You must be making a lot of money. How much are you paid? Oh my goodness, you must have really a big, big, big house there. You know, those kind of things, I will respond this way. I would just smile. I'm gonna respond it like, I'm okay, I'm comfortable, because not all of us are rich, and I'm not even going to tell them that I got lots of money, you know? So just say, I'm okay, you know, I'm comfortable in life. That's the way how you would respond to that. Or sometimes people would say, out of stock, sir. So that's kind of very, very annoying sometimes when you go to the department store and they do not have anything that you need for your project. And often Americans or expats would complain about that out of stock. Now, another thing is when you go to the sari-sari store, they would say, what else, sir? What else? What else? What else? You know? So just say, I don't need anything else. Thank you. But anyway, guys, understanding the culture would make us fit into the society better, and that's to avoid misunderstanding. So I would say study the culture first and listen to this video so that you can understand. And I only touch a little bit of the culture anyway, but there's a lot to complain about in this world. But actually, you know, sometimes I would talk about the flaws about the Philippines, the culture itself, but there's a lot more positive things there that the people can offer, the country can offer. So positive should outweigh the negative. Ignore the negative, you know? So look at the positive side so that you can fit well as you can enjoy every little things that people can offer to you. Niceness of the people, that means a lot. If you're gonna go somewhere else without smile on their faces and you are feeling unwelcome, are you gonna be happy? Are you gonna enjoy the beauty of the country, how beautiful they are, and big buildings and so on and so forth, without smiling on their, smile on their faces? Would you rather go there? I probably would go to a podunk country like the Philippines, you know, for their smiles, because you feel welcome. You are more like a family to them. So welcome and mabuhay to everybody. Bye-bye. God bless.